Hello everyone, today we're going to test out this decoder. At the same time, I thought it would be a good opportunity to discuss the differences between program on the main and program track. So last week I had this nice lot of leftover freight cars and engine parts from another person, and this decoder was part of it. So I'm not sure if this runs or not. I didn't have time to test it last week, but we're going to do it now. First, what I need to do though is the orange and gray wire have been shortened by quite a lot. So I've got to lengthen that to begin with. Unfortunately, I don't have an orange wire or a gray wire, so let's pretend that this red wire here is orange and the black wire here is gray. Just go over all the wire colors and what they mean with you guys. So the orange and gray, they go to the motor. The red and black are used for track pickup. Then the yellow and the white are for the headlights, and the blue is the common lead for the negative for the LEDs. So the yellow and the white are positive, and the blue is negative for both. So it's common. So I'm not going to install it right away, but I am going to test it. So in order to be tested, it has to be hooked up to a motor. So I'm going to hook it up to a motor right now. Now my motor's hooked up. I'm ready to go test it out. I just wanted to say before I begin, I'm not a DCC expert. I just know enough to get my trains going. If you want really good experts, there's a channel called Model Railroading. I'll put a link to one of their videos in the description, and also Soundtracks has a really good channel, really good videos, and they know DCC inside and out. So I'll put a link to one of their videos in there as well. To better explain the program on the main, I enlisted the help of two of my SD35. This one here, 6013, it's a custom paint. If you want to see that video, it's up to 26,000 views, so it was very successful for me. So I'll put a link in the description to that as well. So program on the main allows you to run the whole layout and change CVs on your locomotives. So we'll send 6031 on its way. And then we can work on the 6013. So let's say I want to change the CVs for that. I can just go program. This is my trusty NCE power cap. So I go program track, program on the main, enter. And then I want to program 6013. So I go 6013, enter. Actually, I did that wrong. Hit the wrong numbers there. So program on the main, enter. And then 6013 is what I want. There, that's better. And then I can change the address, the CV, or configuration. I will change the CV. CV number 123 is the prime mover. Enter, and then whichever value I want, let's go for 1. You see the sound is different now. So I can still run the layout. The other train is running. So at that time I'm satisfied. I'll just go escape. And then I can run the locomotive. So I can change all my variables from here. So I didn't have to stop the layout. I have both trains running, and I can even change the CV while the locomotive is moving. So that's really good to know. Now I'm going to shut down the 6031. This is an Excel system decoder. So to shut them down, you have to put F8 3 times. And then I can focus on the 6013. So I can even program the locomotive while it's moving, or I don't have to shut down the whole layout. So program track, enter, and then locomotive 6013, that's perfect. Change CVs, so we'll work on 1, 2, 3 again. We'll try every value until I get to the EMD. So enter, then the value will put value of 2, enter. That kind of sounds like an EMD. Let's try another one. 1, 2, 3, enter, value of 3. That sounds like an Alco now. CV 1, 2, 3, enter. And then the prime mover, let's try value of 4. So there's up to 6 prime movers. So we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, enter. Value of 5. That sounds kind of interesting. Do 1, 2, 3 again. Value of 6. So 6 doesn't seem to mean anything. I think the 2 was closer to the EMD prime mover. Oh, let's try 0. See what that does. That sounds a lot more like a EMD with a turbo. Value of 0 sounds great. So escape. You didn't have to shut down anything, so I can program on the move. That sounds awesome. So that's that. Pretty pleased with that. So that is program on the main. I hooked it up to the track and it started smoking right away. So I guess this decoder is bad. What I'll do, I'll use another decoder to show you the program track. Okay, so we'll discuss program track. Now you should have a separate track for this. Program track, you cannot have 2 locomotives on the track at the same time. So what I've done, I've removed all my locomotive from the track except one. So to show you the program track, I've enlisted Penn Central 2907. So we'll go to the program track. So there's two advantages to the program track. The main advantage is you can see what the CVs were, the value of each CV before you change them. So we'll do a standard programming. Suspense. And then it shows you the manufacturer number. So if it's an engine you got off eBay, you don't know what type of decoder it is, you can go on Google and find out which manufacturer is number 143. In this case, it's Excel Systems. And then the decoder version 000. I guess for Excel Systems, that's not very important. Setup address, yes. Short address, it tells you the address, so you know 003 is okay. And then activate this address, yes. And then the long address, 2907, that's perfect. Activate that. And then the rest of the stuff, usually I just skip. But I can go and take a look at the CVs at the same time. For example, 123, which is the prime mover. It's 003 as the value, so I have the option to change it. In this case, 003 is fine. I'm going to keep that. And then that's it. I'm good. So I just press enter and I go back to the main screen. The other thing that you cannot do on the program on the main is the factory reset, or NCE, they call it recovery program. So the recovery program would be option 7. So I just go here, hit the 7, and it will do the recovery program. Now for this engine, I don't want to do it. It's set up properly. Very happy with what's going on. So if you want to do a factory reset on the NCE power cab, just hit 7. So go ahead and escape that. And then select local, 2907. Enter, and then we'll start it up. And then turn on the headlights and the bell. Everything works good. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. I guess it's time to run some trains. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it for you. See you soon.